First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter tray. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
Or hand it off. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Looking for the wideout. It's caught downfield. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Hey, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down. Offense moving to a bunch formation. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver makes the grab. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Here's the second down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. See if the offense can move the chains with that incompletion. They call the draw play here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
How about this call here by this offensive coordinator? They're down early in this game, third down and long. The last thing they can afford to do is have to punt the ball, but they show you why they love this back. Get his hands on the football, and he picks up the first down. Unbelievable call.
He's got it, looking for the end zone. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's up and good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. And the wideout goes in motion. And looking to throw now on first down. And the freshman able to get home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Breaks free. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's going to take off here. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the first down.
Boy, he comes up just short of his first down, but a nice job of picking up some yards on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. In this case, it wasn't quite enough to pick up the first down, but he gives them a chance.
Trying for a fourth down completion. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
First down here for this offense. It's a shotgun run call. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. They get him down, but he crosses midfield. Stopped the ball at the 44.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Quarterback keeps the football. Gets past the tackler into open space now. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up here.
Well, there's just so many things happening on these read option plays, and they happen fast. This defense has done a good job of trying to prevent this quarterback from hitting the big play. He gets some yards here, but at least he didn't get out for a big gainer.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Caught near the goal line. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And they get him down after the completion. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Looking to throw yet again. Looking right. This one caught. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He finds the running back in the flat. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Third down upcoming after that completion. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. And moves the ball to the 35. Another first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. There's a shot toward the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Lets it go quickly. He's got it for a big gain. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Point after, knocked right through. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. One more play before they head to the locker room. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
He catches a break here. Ball is on the ground. It ends up bouncing right back to him to avoid a disaster for the offense.
Punt team ready to boot it away. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they hand it off to the back. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. He hands it to the back. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
On first down, it's play action. Lets it fly to the wideout. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
offense facing second and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Try to add to the lead now with the PAT. It's blocked. When they grab it, it's a live ball here.
Chris, we're in the fourth quarter. You're in the red zone with a nice lead, a chance to maybe score and put this game away, and instead you put the ball on the ground. It's a fumble. This game just got really interesting.
So off the blocked PAT, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds his man. It's Taylor. An explosive play. Moves the ball across midfield. Will spot it at the 38.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Nice grab. It's Singleton. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Taylor. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. The back's got it again.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Extra point puts him in front by 1. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the offense, hoping to get a drive going. quick throw to the left. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Quick, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Quick pass, the catch is made. They bring him down, but a solid gain there in first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver. Look at this result. Some positive yards.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He'll hand it off. Ball carrier tackled there.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
We'll give it to the running back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Can they convert on third down and keep this drive rolling? And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass this time. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Tackle made after the completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Now this is the 8th play on this drive. They'll test the right side here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The offense knocking on the door with a first and goal. The pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Spot in the natty at stake. This defense is being shredded. Kirk, what can you do differently to stop this guy?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I would just keep trying to come up with double coverage or blitzing something to try to slow down not just the receiver, but got to pressure the quarterback. But right now, the receiver's just in a zone. Sometimes you get into that spot, and it's so hard to get you out of it. I know if I were this quarterback, keep throwing him the rock.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He makes the catch, a successful two-point conversion.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
It's third down for the offense. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. He grabs it inside the 20.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. You have to get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Lining up to try the extra point. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the defender there to make a tackle for a loss on the play.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contained, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere, just textbook.
So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice game.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. He'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass is caught, and he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And look at this. It's a fake. Catch made, but can he get to the marker?
Wow, what a call here by the coach. And how about the arm by the up man? What an impressive throw for that first down.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. He's got some room and some blockers here. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Send the back in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Now they'll try to tack on the PAT late in this close game. PAT is up and good. The lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's intercepted for the fourth time tonight. Great cut. They whiff on him. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. He's running out of time here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. The back's got it, fights through the tackler. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up fourth down. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. No problem. Knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's hit as he throws it. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They've got him, but not before making first down yards to move the ball to the 41. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. Important second down play coming up. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw again. Defense is coming after him. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And he's got it. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this fourth down play in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And with the game in hand, the offense just takes a knee. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says